اللهم صل على فاطمة وأبيها وبعلها وبنيها والسر المستودع فيها بعدد ما أحاط به علمك.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن أعداءهم أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج الشريف يا وارث الفدق والبقية المقدس بحق فاطمة الزهراء وبحق أهل البيت عليهم الصلاة والسلام. Respected scholars, elders, youngsters, brothers and sisters, audience, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, we've entered well into Shahr Ramadhaan al-Azim wal-Sharif wal-Kareem, and this time we have taken up to expound the very famous dua that is recited multiple times a day by the Shia of Amir al-Mu'mineen, by the Shia of Imam al-Hujjah, dua also known as dua al-Hujjah in anticipation of Imam al-Hujjah, which is also known as dua Allahumma kun li Waliyyek. Let's begin with the titles of this supplication. One of the common names is dua al-Hujjah, meaning the supplication or the prayer for the proof of Allah, who is none other than Imam Mahdi, Sahib al-Asr wa Zamaan, son of Imam Hasan al-Askari alayhi salatu wasalam. The second title of this dua is dua al-Imam al-Zamaan, which means the prayer for the leader or the master of the time. The third title attributed to this supplication is dua al-Faraj, which means the prayer for the relief, and inshallah we shall see that element of relief within the course of this brief exegesis. One thing to note though is that there are other du'as which have been given the title of dua al-Faraj, and these two are all aimed at seeking relief from various aspects like troubles in life, seeking needs or dispersing worries. But in this special case, this Faraj is directly related to the epitome of all forms of relief, which is the speedy and successful reappearance of Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma ajil li Waliyyekal faraj al-sharif. Having familiarized ourselves with the various titles attributed to this supplication, inshallah let us dissect this discussion in 6 stages that can enable us to fathom what we are saying and attain ma'rifah through reciting this dua. The stages are as follows. 1. The authenticity of this prayer. 2. Does Imam need prayers of us imperfect, sinful beings? 3. Whose relief? Ours or the Imam's or both? 4. Deeper meanings of the words used in this prayer and understanding the terminology of this prayer. 5. Importance and the benefits of this dua. 6. Attaining and achieving the relief at its maximum. Inshallah, in this first episode, we should look into the first 2 stages, which are the authenticity of the prayer and whether Imam needs our du'as. When we look at the authenticity, narrations of this dua date back to as early as Imam Ali al-Naqi alayhi time, our 10th Imam's time, when his eminent companion Muhammad bin Isa bin Ubaid narrated it. This has been recorded by Sheikh Abu Ja'far Yaqub al-Kulayni in Al-Kafi, Sayyid ibn Tawus in Mismar al-Sabaq, and Sheikh Taqiyuddin Kafami in his famous Al-Kafami, among other authentic literature. So does Imam need prayers of us imperfect sinful beings? When we unwrap this dua, we realize that we are asking Allah to grant Imam 8 particular blessings, which we shall soon see, such as mercy, long life and safety. At this point, one asks himself, hang on, who am I and how can I, a sinful nobody, invoke benefits for my Imam? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around, that he should pray for us? Now there are 2 ways to look at this. 1. through this invocation, we're pledging our allegiance and asking Allah to give him the best of what we would love for ourselves, like mercy, long life, prosperity, success, leadership, etc. The second aspect to this is, as we know, that the Imam is in hiding because it is unsafe for him to be out in the open, as he too is being sought after, and the opposers and the enemies of Islam are looking out to assassinate him just the way they did to his father and forefathers. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hidden him. Therefore, through this dua, we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep him safe and grant him success and an upper hand against his enemies who wish to extinguish him and his mission. But then the question lingers, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already protecting him under occultation or ghaiba, why are we praying for his safety? This is because we wish to do our part for our Imam. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing is his act, and we have absolutely no influence over it. And it is Allah's responsibility anyways to take care and keep his proof safe. But what are we doing for our Imam? So let's take the parable of a sick person. A sick person or an ailing person's illness comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and only Allah is the curer who can actually cure him. Yet during this trying phase, out of our love for the sick person, all the Al-Fatihahs, all the Yasins, all the Ammarijib, and all the Qur'ans that have been gathering the dust in the shelves in our homes will be removed, apart from Shahr Ramadhaan, and they'll be recited. All this just so that we don't feel helpless and feel that we're doing the best we can do by at least praying for his speedy recovery. Exactly the same is the case with our Imam, that we are expressing our love and concern for the Imam by praying for him, so that we don't feel that we are helplessly sitting there and doing absolutely nothing while he is in ghaiba. So this basically is more of for us, for ourselves. Inshallah ta'ala, join us in the second episode, whereby we shall explore the aspect of al-faraj, the relief. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma ajil li waliyyekal faraj al-sharif.
Inna lillahi